What's up, everyone? You are tuning in to Music and Motivation with Chris Davis. Today, I think it's episode 30. It is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. We are in the midst of quarantine lockdown week 3. And you know what, guys? We're just hanging out. That's right. It's you and your boy, Chris Davis, hanging on a Wednesday. Can't say I've been doing a lot of hanging out with people outside of my brother and my lovely fiance, KP. I love them both very much. Shout out to both of you. But damn, I do miss seeing my friends. So I'm here today to hit you with some positivity, get a little hangout time, spend some quality time with you, my homie. And we're going to try to have a good day today, guys. I think I said this on the last podcast, but I had a little bit of a rough weekend. It's getting in my head, getting that lockdown, just cabin fever, you know what I'm saying? So, fuck. It's been really good since Monday, the more I stay occupied, the more shit I find to do, and the more time I can spend hanging outside, the better I feel. So make sure you're going outside and getting some vitamin D when you can. That fresh air is great for you. Dude, I'm currently out in the shed. If you know me, we're smoking. So I'm going to take just a second for myself. If y'all out there, take a second for you. Smoke them if you got them. Yeah, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, I'll say that. I fucking love Mr. Rogers, dude. What a guy. I'd hang out with Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross. I feel like that'd be an amazing hangout session. So, we doing it as well as we can and thinking of them. If you're out there struggling right now, my heart goes out to you. And I'm trying to be here to support you a little bit, get you through it. Hang in there, guys. I know shit's rough. A lot of people are really going through it. And the only way we're going to get through this is as a team. If we all stick together and actually think about our other humans, think about our neighbors for a change, think about our friends and family, and how vitally important they are and what we can do to help them, I'm making sure to call my family and check in. At least, I try to do 3 people a day. It works both ways, people, though. You can always call me, too, So, 100%. I'm always down to talk to my listeners, so if you have my number, always feel free to hit me up and tell me what you like about the podcast, and or if we aren't necessarily, friends, hit me up on davismusicpro.com. That is the number one way to get a hold of me. That stuff goes straight to my email. And, we can take the dialogue from there, you know what I'm saying? So, always feel free to reach out. Let's hop into some tips for surviving the week. Y'all might not know this, but I'm doing this on the fly without notes. So, we just hanging out, guys. Tips for surviving the week. Tip number 1, go get that vitamin D today. I know I personally don't want to drive anywhere. I don't even want to leave the house, really. That's how bad it got for me. But I've been out in my yard, enjoying this fresh springtime air. It's like 80 degrees in St. Louis, so, I'm making the most of it, guys. In fact, I even played catch with my brother yesterday. I can't remember the last time I threw a baseball around. But I'm finding what things I used to really enjoy that can occupy my time, That's what tip number 2. Try to think of old hobbies that you really enjoyed that you can maybe break out, that you could pull out in this hard time to keep your mind occupied, keep you doing something positive. I really like baseball, really like drawing, I like playing music. So those are the things I've been focusing on to keep myself going. I've also whipped out some old video games I had when I was a kid, and man, just the nostalgia factor there, totally worth it, Just for reference, playing Age of Empires, which I'm pretty sure that shit dropped in 2003. So, wow. Going on 20 years here pretty quick. But, yeah, guys. Tip number 3, make sure we're calling those positive people in our lives, letting them know you're thinking about them, you care about them, and if there's anything you can do, that you're there to support them. You know, we all need that shit. So please be calling your favorite people. At least, you know, I try to get 3 a day. If nothing else, try to call 10 different people every week. You know, I feel like those are good small goals, you know. 10 people a week, that's like 2 people a day. And then you got 2 days off, you know. So it's not a big deal. Seems like a lot more work than it actually is. So go ahead, call those positive people. Those people who genuinely care about you and want the best for you. Let them know you're thinking about them. If you know me, we're out in the shed smoking. I'm going to just take a second. Let's hop into our tips for music lovers and musicians. I want you guys, before I start, I want you guys to know that if you ever want to suggest an album of the week, that I totally take requests and or, you know, suggestions. KP sent me a suggestion for the rock album of the week next week, and I think it's a good fit, so good on you, KP. I'm gonna not announce that till next week though, but let's hop into our tips. So tip number 1, make sure you're practicing 20 to 30 minutes a day or more, you know. I say at least 20 minutes a day. But I can't think of a better way to get your mind off shit than to play some music and, you know, put all of your thought process into making that awesome music. Tip number 2, keep supporting local musicians. The music industry is really suffering right now. So find ways to support each other, support local musicians. Tip number 3, let's see. If you need new music to listen to, go check out our album of the week segment from Monday. So that would be on episode 29, Monday, April 6th. But, you know, again, guys, I'm doing this on the fly, so let's go straight into the Chris Davis news and hangout session. We just hanging, guys, 100%. I wish y'all were here with me. I'd love to ask how you're doing. So, if you want to leave submissions, again, go to davismusicpro.com. You can send in videos, tell me how you're doing with all this quarantine stuff. Love to get your input. Or send me an email. I'll read it on the podcast, you know. Let's see, what else? Music and motivation is going to keep coming out Mondays, Wednesdays, and over the weekends. Again, I want to be here for y'all and keep supporting you in this tough time. I want to hit you with this positivity. So, you know, I want to be one of those positive influencers in your life too. So, keep it up, boss. Just keep being safe, people. Keep being healthy and safe. I don't want y'all to, you know, become hypochondriacs on me, but, you know, it's this week and next week are the most important weeks to be staying in, so don't budge. Don't be thinking don't go hang out with Susan because Susan says, hey, I don't give a fuck. You know, come over, let's have a party. Don't give in for another week or 2, okay? This is when it's really important, so please be staying inside. Be hitting people up on FaceTime, be video calling people, be Zooming people. As much as it sucks to be stuck in the internet right now, it's helping, you know. This is one of those times where the internet is a gift and a tool at the same time. So, like, use it as a tool. Don't let it control your life, but use it as a tool to, you know, manage what you need to, see who you need to. Yeah. We'll get through this, guys. Shit's not going to go back to normal, as you might say, but we will find a sense of normalcy here soon. We're getting to the peak. We're 3 weeks in. We're doing, a lot better than I thought we would be. So let's hang in there. Who knows where we'll be in 3 weeks from now. Don't even worry about it. Just keep living day by day for right now. And focus on things that make you happy. Things that make you happy and things that'll keep you occupied. Or things that'll make you money if you can, I know there's a lot of people struggling. I'm with you. I'm with you guys, but we're making the most of it. We're trying to stay positive. Y'all got this shit. I really believe in you. Again, if you need any other support, always feel free to hit me up on davismusicpro.com. If you want to send me an email, tell me how you're dealing with this quarantine mess or what gets you through the day, please send in your submissions to davismusicpro.com. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, guys, there ain't much new going on. I'm really proud of my family for how they're dealing with this. I thought we'd all be at each other's throats by now, and super grateful to have such a great team living under one roof. If my family is listening to this, I love you guys. You guys are some motherfucking troopers, and you rock. Who's the real rock star? The guy who goes out and plays guitar and does the gigs, or the motherfuckers who supported him and got him to that point? You know what I mean? So, there ain't no rocking without you guys. So I love you. Shout out to you. And if shit's rough at home for you guys, I know domestic abuse is up right now because everybody's staying in, but man, try to focus on the things you really enjoy about your family, the things that, make you love them. Give each other space, man. I think that's part of the trick right now. Make sure you're giving each other space. Sometimes we live in tiny spaces with a lot of people. Try to find your own little bit of space. Go hang out, Don't be in each other's way. That seemed to be a problem at first there, but we're figuring it out. There's plenty of space in my house, and we're all kind of just learning how to do our thing without bothering each other. That's the trick. So hang in there. You got some family listening in here. I like to think that we're establishing a little bit of community. Because if you're listening to this, I want you to know you're not the only one listening into this. A whole lot of people think the same way we do. And the more people we turn on to being positive, decent human beings, the better off our society is going to be. So keep being positive. Keep being decent human beings. Again, I really appreciate you guys listening in. And, really thankful for you. So hang in there. We're all in this as a team, guys. I think that's it for today. I'm going to tune back in over the weekend. Again, I'm trying to get Manny to hop on here. I've had so many requests to have him on the podcast. So please, Manny, if you're listening to this, hit your boy up. We need to do this, It's going to be fun. So let's have a good rest of our week, everybody. We got this. It's Wednesday. We're already halfway through it. Let's do this shit. All right. On the count of 3, we're going to break, all right? Kind of like a football team. All right, so 1, 2, 3, break.